In this quiet Bayside town, Barnes & Nobles has been in the neighborhood for years. However, early next year, this bookstore, along with the Barnes & Nobles bookstore in Forest Hills, Queens, will be closing down for good because the owner could not come to an agreement on the lease. Barnes & Nobles, a bookstore where people could buy books, comics, DVDs to TV shows, and Starbucks coffee, will no longer exist in the borough of Queens. The people of Bayside tried to keep the store open with an online petition, but to no avail. I went to the neighborhood of Bayside to find out what locals thought of the loss of their beloved bookstore.
I think it's a shame that they're closing the Barnes& and Nobles in the final location in Queens. It's a travesty that no one has a place to go after school or sip their tea and enjoy their Starbucks. Barnes& and Noble sells more than just books. They sell DIY kits. They sell nooks to help read, but it's a shame that because of technology, they're closing a bookstore. More kids and more people need to read.
Well, it's kind of sad that people are not reading books anymore, but with the new technology, you can have 100 books on your iPad or your Nook. So there's really not a lot of need for books to buy. You can still go to the library and borrow books or read books, so they're actually kind of obsolete.
I don't think it's a good idea because so many, like, we don't have any more places in Queens anymore to go instead of a library, pretty much. But Barnes and Nobles is somewhere nice to go when you just sit down, read a book, see what's coming out that's new, and taking it out is nowadays you don't see bookstores anymore. Like when you go to the mall, Roosevelt Field doesn't have it, Green Acres Mall doesn't have it, so kind of sucks.
Barnes& and Nobles. I don't have any business in Home Goods. What do they even have? I prefer Barnes& and Nobles because I like the book experience. I like the whole point of picking up a book and actually read it instead of using an electronic device all the time. We use electronic device all the time at work, 9 to 5, and then on our phone when we're commuting. I'd rather pick up a book. It's something more meaningful to read a book.
I like Home Goods. I think that the neighborhood needs something like a Home Goods because there's really no place to buy stuff like that Home Goods carry. So, I don't have a problem with Home Goods coming there.
I prefer Barnes and Nobles because Home Goods, we have so many stores. We have Bed Bath & Beyond. We already have Home Goods in Long Island and in Queens. So there's no need for that. We really need more books instead.
Barnes & Nobles hopes to replace the bookstore in Queens in the future, but until then, Queens residents will have to look elsewhere to pick up their favorite book.